Hello everybody and welcome back to the series. Welcome back to our epic quest across Europe with me, your host Dean, KJMFM, whichever one you prefer, where we're currently in nation number 26, I think it is, which is Austria. As you may have gathered from the last episode, we are the manager of RB Salzburg and things are going as you'd expect with a team like RB Salzburg. We are absolutely dominating the league table, and we're here to have a look over that and complete the preliminary phase of the league. We're now 99 years old. In 5 months' time, we officially turn 100 in game. We have had quite a busy transfer window. We've made some signings. I've spent a lot of money, the most I've ever spent at the club, and I guess that's probably the best place to start. We've got a few going out, end of contracts, stuff like that. A little bit disappointing that they didn't want to sign for him, but you can see the sort of calibre of player they are when Bayern are coming in for them. For Mirko Reinhardt here, you can see he's pretty good. I did offer him a contract, but he chose not to sign it and moved on to Bayern Munich. In terms of the outs, not too many, a few fringe players. We did move Blagojevic on. He ended up signing for Real Madrid. I could have got more for him. Barcelona also bid for him, and I managed to get the bid up to 12 million. With Barcelona, it actually ended up being 9 million to Real Madrid. Barcelona came in after Real Madrid. I'd already accepted the Real Madrid bid by that point. A little bit disappointed to see Blagojevic move on, but at 31 years old, I don't think 9 million is too bad. He's yet to make an appearance for Real Madrid, though. Obviously, Caminata did move on to Napoli as well. That was already arranged. We saw that last episode. In terms of the in, Malin has now joined. He is slightly declining, which is a little bit disappointing, but he's still only 18 years old. His potential compared to the RB Salzburg squad is not quite as good. He is considered to be a decent player for most Premier Division sides in Austria, though. Has made 2 appearances so far. He got a goal in the cup from the substitute bench, which is good. Next in, I brought in a striker, and I figured out why players are so cheap from Portugal, why we've got so many Portuguese players in this squad, and that's because of their contracts. It's their minimum fee release clause. It's normally a lot cheaper to clubs outside of Portugal. For example, Hermes here, it was 18.75 million to a foreign club. To a club in Portugal, it was 133 million, his release clause. So we've brought him in. He is absolutely fantastic. Just look at him. He's amazing. 18.75 million. He's already worth more than double that. Yes, he's on £80,000 a week and he's 27, but he is absolutely fantastic. And he's not played too much in the Premier Division for us yet because we have had the winter break here in Austria. It's mostly been in the Champions League. Not all of these are for us. He has played some for Sporting, but he has played a couple of them for us in the Champions League. He's brilliant. He's naturally an attacking midfielder, but we've got him playing as the advanced forward, and you can see why. He is fantastic. And then next in, I've brought another one in from Portugal, a Brazilian this time in Gutenberg. He is a right-sided / left-sided midfielder, 29-year-old Brazilian. Again, he's on a lot of money, but he's already worth more than we paid for him. He's not quite as good as Rios or Gerardo on the left-hand side. He's more sort of a rotation option. And again, he's had a fairly decent start in the games that he has played. In terms of the squad itself, we've got Paulo Sar's on 44 goals in all competitions in 28 appearances, 27 of them in the Premier Division, 15 in the Champions League. He's been on fire. And what I've done with Farim coming in is Sar is sort of moved over to the right-hand side. You can see that he is fantastic in that position. Sort of replaced Rios in that position. I do rotate the front three quite a lot. In terms of when you were last here, though, guys, it was the doubleheader against Klagenfurt and Weiss Linz. We took on Hartberg in the Cup, quite easy. Tyrol in the Premier Division, again, another easy victory. Seidel actually got himself a hat-trick in this one. Paulo Sar as well. We got absolutely spanked by Arsenal at home. Arsenal are quite some team in this. They've just actually been drawn against Manchester City in the Premier League. Man City were the unseeded team. Arsenal were the seeded team. And that led me to look at Man City. They're £155 million in debt, guys. £155 million in debt. They're £400,000 a week over their wage budget. it's a lot. It is a lot. League-wise, though, SV Reed, disappointed to concede, but Gerardo and Sarr with the goals. Gerardo missed a penalty as well. 3-2 against St. Pollen. This one was far too close for my liking. Gerardo, Sarr and Rios with the goals. A blue shirt with a double for St. Pollen. 6-0 against Young Boys in the Champions League, which is fantastic. Followed up by a 7-0 against Rapid Vienna. Sarr with a hat-trick. Rios, Yildiz and Belloc got 2 from the bench. So 13 goals scored in 2 games. We then had another 6-0 against Wolfsberger. Again, Sarr with another hat-trick. Rios, Lou from the central defence and Gerardo again. So that's 19 goals in 3 games with none conceded. Slovan Bratislava, one of our former rivals, of course, 3-0 away from home. Gerardo, Sarr and Lou. We left it a little bit late for my liking, but we did dominate the game. Lask in the Premier Division, 2-0, an own goal, and then Rios, both the goals in the first half. It was then Galatasaray in the Champions League. We had a little bit of a break here between the 10th of December and the 16th of January. So it was Galatasaray in the league. We went 1-0 behind. We did come back and win 4-1 though. Seedel, Sarr and Rios with the goals dominated the game again. Then this was quite disappointing, this, to be honest. Although Liverpool probably did deserve it. But we were in the top 8 in the league phase at this point. And then we lost to Liverpool and we dropped down to 12th, missing out by 2 points. Liverpool only finished in 10th, but you can see Milan, PSG, United, Real Madrid, Tottenham, Arsenal, Juve, Inter all got through. We ended up in 12th place, so we did go into the knockout playoff, which we were drawn against Monaco. League-wise, though, we didn't actually come back until the 10th of February, but we did win in the Cup. Monaco, we absolutely battered them, 7-2 on aggregate. Gerardo, Sarr and Farim, that's his first Champions League game for us on the score sheet there. 0-0, we've drawn another game in the league. It was very, very disappointing against TSV Hartberg. We didn't even dominate the game, which makes it even more disappointing to drop points there. But Monaco, again, 3-0. Comfortable. Gerardo and Farim on the score sheet absolutely battered them. Sturm Graz in the league, 3-0. Sturm Graz were in second place. Sarr, Gerardo and Jürgen Kessler with the goals, followed up by a 3-0 against Austria Vienna. Again, Farim and Sarr on the score sheet. And we were drawn against Juve in the Champions League. Juve are the defending champions, and we had the first leg at home. We did draw 2-2. We took the lead twice through Gerardo and Sarr before Juventus got both the equalisers. We're quite thin on the ground in terms of players, so we've had to bring in some B-team players. And Mortis Veninger Sievers made his first appearance for the club. He lasted 28 minutes, and he's ruptured his cruciate knee ligaments. He's out for 8 months. I feel sorry for him. First appearance for the first team, and he's gone and he's really badly hurt himself. In terms of the league, though, it is the final game of the regular season today. We are 23 points clear at the top of the table without losing a game. Played 21, won 19, drawn 2. Tells you how easy it is for Salzburg in Austria. So today we do have a double header. We are going to take on the last game of the regular season, which is against Klagenfurt. I know we've seen Klagenfurt already. It's just the way the games have fallen, guys. There's not really a lot I can do about that. They are bottom of the table as well. And then we're going to see who we come up against in the first game of the championship group. So without any further ado, let's get into the game. And this is the lineup that we're going to go with for today. Again, we are short of numbers, particularly at the back. We've got a lot of injuries. Ravenhill, Yavari, Abubakar suspended, Reinhardt suspended, Yildiz injured. So we do have a lot of injuries at the back. So Costa and Lou are familiar to you. Obviously, Ronzoni in goal. Rouba is an Algerian 22-year-old. He's another one whose contract is expiring at the end of the season. I might renew it. We'll see. And then Montenegro comes in on the left-hand side. We have seen Montenegro play for us before. Midfield 3 is pretty settled. We've got Hurtado, Yon, whose last name I still don't even want to try and pronounce, and Seedel. And then the front 3 today is going to be Sarr on the right-hand side, Farim up top, and then Gutenberg on the left. We're going to give Rios a little bit of a rest. Gerardo, a little bit of a rest as well. Gerardo, by the way, 15 goals and 10 assists. Rios with 11 goals and 25 assists. So we've been very, very dynamic going forward. So we get the game underway against bottom of the table Klagenfurt. And we do have a kick-off highlight. I can guarantee, because it's Football Manager and it's me, this will be the first game of the season we lose against bottom of the league Klagenfurt. They are coming forward straight away. That's a woeful ball though, but Lou did not need to touch that. And they've had the effort and it's gone, thankfully for us, just over the bar. But I hate that about the match engine. Lou did not need to touch that. I was going to go quite comfortably through to Ronzoni, but we created something for Klagenfurt out of absolutely nothing. As we do come forward ourselves, it's Aruba bringing the ball over halfway, the stand-in centre-half, finds Jon. Jon has got Costa on the right-hand side, drives forward towards the penalty area, he pulls it across. It's well cut out by the defender though, but he's done well to get the ball back, and now it's Jon into the penalty area, has the effort from outside the box, went with the outside of his foot, and it was shocking. Right, advanced a little bit further on into the game now. It's Klagenfurt with the ball again at the team in purple. It's Kell coming forward, nice little run. Gets great effort again from the Klagenfurt striker there. Again, thankfully for us, it has gone over the bar. But Ronzoni with the goal kick. Looks for Saar. Can't get there. It's won in the air by the Klagenfurt defender. The ball does fall at the feet of a Salzburg player, though, and Seidel, who brings the ball forward. Been allowed to go a long way. Finds Farim inside the area. Farim has the effort. It's clattered the crossbar. I only saw that hit the crossbar from the text at the bottom. I didn't even see the ball move, guys. It absolutely rocketed. And again, we get the highlights there. The Klagenfurt goalkeeper, he goes long again. It's easy for Ruba. Finds Montenegro, who brings the ball over halfway line again. Good ball forward towards Saar inside the area. Can he pull it back for a teammate? He can, and Jon gets his first goal of the season, believe it or not. To finally give Salzburg the lead in the 20th minute. We've made hard work of this game against bottom of the table Klagenfurt, to be honest, but in the end, it's a good goal. It's a good ball forward by Montenegro, to be fair, and Saar does well to just take his time, pull it back, and Jon, he can't really miss from there, can he? Klagenfurt looking to get back into the game, though. It's wasted, absolutely wasted. I think Klagenfurt are probably favourites for relegation, looking at the position there on the table. And the way that they're playing as well, with the way they've just given the ball. Look, Ronzoni's come 30 yards out of goal. He has just given it straight back to them. And now Klagenfurt with the ball again. They've gone long over the top, but again, it's absolutely wasted. And it's easy for Montenegro, who brings the ball forward, finds Seidel, back to Ruba, into Hurtado. Now Seidel again, getting over halfway line. That's good. Ball forward towards Gutenberg. Gutenberg with the effort. It's shocking. Shocking from the Brazilian. Still inside the first half an hour though, guys. The highlights are coming thick and fast. We're inside the Klagenfurt penalty area again. Seidel's sort of fallen over there. There was no way that was ever going to get a penalty for that. And Klagenfurt have managed to clear the ball. But it's going to come back with Costa. And now Lou to Jon, the goal scorer. Back to Lou again. Out wide to Costa. Can he deliver the ball? He can. It's a great one for Saar. And Saar puts it in for his 45th goal of the season. Still inside half an hour. And Klagenfurt, we're just absolutely dominating them. Highlight straight from the kickoff again, guys. Is it going to be 3-0 or are Klagenfurt going to spark into life now they've gone 2-0 down? Probably not with a ball like that. It's easy for Lou. And then Gutenberg picks the ball up, finds Seidel again, who can drive forward. He does, over halfway, takes it past two. Finds Jon. He's got two ahead of him. One of them's Gutenberg. Gutenberg for the finish. He makes it 3-0. And that's his first goal for RB Salzburg for the Brazilian. And two inside the space of a minute for Salzburg. And again, we straight from the kickoff again, guys. Can we make it 4? It's like men against boys, isn't it? Is this going to be a carbon copy? No, Lou's actually lost the ball this time. It's Ebert inside the box. Klagenfurt have got one back. Timo Benz gets his 11th goal of the season to pull one back for Klagenfurt. We've had 3 goals inside of 2 minutes here, guys, in the Austrian Bundesliga, I believe they call it, the Austrian Bundesliga. This is poor from Lou. That touch there off his chest is really poor, and there's nobody covering. So it's easy for Klagenfurt. Right, we're a little bit closer to half time now. We didn't get 4 goals in 3 minutes. We're now approaching half time. It is Klagenfurt coming forward again. It's the goal scorer Benz. Comes back to Fuchs, who gives the ball forward, but it's wasted, and Costa cuts it out easily. Switches it to the other side of Montenegro, into Seedle, who's got 10 yards of space all around him. Drives forward again, looking to feed Farim inside the area. Farim takes it around the goalkeeper, gets his 5th goal for the club. And Hermes Farim makes it 4-1 to Salzburg just before half-time. It's another one of those kick-off highlights, guys. Is it going to be 4-2 or 5-1? What do we reckon? That's good from Rubar. Now Sar, Yon, into Seedle. Again, he's got space to drive forward. Feeds Farim to Yon. Onwards towards Sar. Sar with the effort. It's a good save by the goalkeeper who denies Sar his 2nd of the game and his 46th of the season. We do get the corner, though, which Gutenberg is going to take. I think his corners are something like 18 or 19 out of 20 on his attributes. Although that was a poor one, and it was headed clear comfortably by the Klagenfurt defender. But at half-time, dominant. Absolutely dominant, as you'd expect. Just after half-time, not a kick-off highlight this time, guys. It's just after half-time, though. And it's Klagenfurt with the goal kick, which he's gone long with. We should win the header, and we do with Costa. But Klagenfurt still get the ball away, and it's Sabuga. It's poor effort from, I think it's Sabuga, is it? It's a good pass by Kelvo, the commentary's saying at the bottom there. Right, Salzburg looking to extend the lead. It's going to be Farim with the free kick. Can he hit the target? He can. The goalkeeper's forced into a good save. It was a good free kick, but an equally good save from the Klagenfurt goalkeeper. We do get the corner, though. Gutenberg, can he pick out a central defender teammate this time? No, Benz heads it clear. Seedle does well to win it back, but that's the end of the highlight. 65th minute now. Klagenfurt coming forward. It's Delura inside our penalty area. Rare venture for Klagenfurt. He's tackled well by Ruber, though. No. Apparently that's a penalty. Here comes the VAR check, by the way, guys. We have made a quick change. We've took Farim off. We've brought Jose Manuel Malin on. Of course, we've brought Malin on. He's our boy, isn't he? Hopefully he can grow into something special. And correctly, that has been given as no penalty. Gutenberg, corner, 72nd minute, towards that near post again. Lou gets there this time. Did it go? No, it's cleared off the line, I think. I thought we'd finally got one from one of those corners. Just while we're on the subject of Malin as well, guys. One thing I did notice after I'd agreed to sign Malin is a striker that we've got here called Mosquera. And I only noticed him because Motherwell came in with a loan bid for him, which of course I accepted. I sent him back to our former club. He's a wonder kid. He's actually labelled as a wonder kid in the game. And I probably should have just concentrated on developing him as opposed to spending 17 million on Malin. We do come forward again, though. We're into injury time at the end of the game. It's Sar driving into the penalty area. Cross is cut out. It's Malin who wins it back. Now with Yon. Comes back to Costa. Can Costa deliver the ball? Malin's quite good with his head. He goes back post instead to Gutenberg. It's headed clear by the Klagenfurt defender. And now it's Hammerschmidt. What a name, Hammerschmidt. Bringing it forward. It's Ebert to Bock. Tackled by Seedle, but not a great tackle. And Bock still comes away with the ball. Needs some support, though. Can he get the ball into the box? He does deliver the ball into the box towards Hammerschmidt at that back post. And Klagenfurt, they've created chances. They have created chances in this game, let's be honest. Nothing too threatening other than the goal, which was disappointing from our point of view. But we should just be about to wrap this game up now, guys. We do have the ball, though, with Montenegro driving forward. Finds Hurtado into Malin. Feeds it Gutenberg. It's a poor pass, though, by the Scot. And it's easily cut out by the defender who goes long. We do win the ball back through Rubar, though, and Yon into Sar. Seedle feeds it left to Montenegro. I'm not actually sure this highlight's actually going anywhere, guys. I think it's just because we're in injury time. It's again, I mentioned this quite a few episodes ago. It's something that happens, and there we go. There's proof of that. Sar does pick up the man of the match award, though. 4-1, all the goals coming in the first half. So, guys, after that game, then Sturm Graz, I let it click forward to the point where Sturm Graz played. They did, as you can see, win their game. The gap remains at 23 points at the top, which is quite comfortable. The hasn't been drawn quite yet for the championship phase, so obviously I'll click forward and we'll get to that. You can see I do have Juventus in between the two games, though, in that Champions League round of 16, I think it is, that we're into. Yeah, round of 16, second leg away to Juventus, though, so that's going to be quite difficult. Like I say, Juventus are the current holders of the tournament. Right guys, the group has been drawn and we are going to start off against SV Ried. So I'm going to take on Juventus in between. Hopefully we get through that, but it's going to be quite difficult. Of course, the points do get halved when we go into this stage. So we're down to 31, which still gives us a 12-point lead over Sturm Graz. SV Ried currently find themselves in third position. So I'll go play the Juventus game now, guys. I'll come back in just a minute and we'll take on SV Ried. Right guys, welcome back. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be against Juventus. A first half hat-trick from Frankie Ernst. Got one back through Sarr in the first half, but unfortunately 3-1, which made it 5-2 on aggregate. Frankie Ernst is absolutely fantastic. 32-year-old Belgian international. 219 goals in 278 appearances for Juventus. He's a very, very good player. We are back today, though, to take on SV Ried, so let's get into the game. And the lineup that we're going to go with, unfortunately, Ronzoni, he's got a cold, so he can't play. So we're going to have to play Venegar in goal. Cole Ravenhill's actually back from his injury as well. Venegar is still quite capable, still probably the second best goalkeeper in the division, with quite considerable ease. So it's going to be Costa Yavari. Comes in at centre half again, back from his suspension or injury. I think it was suspension for Yavari. Lou and Rallo also back in today. Midfield three of Hurtado, Abubakar and Seedle. And then Jurado, Rios and Farim as the front three. So as we get the game underway, you can see it's still winter time here in Austria. It's -2. We're playing in the snow. 12 points clear at the top though. We get the first highlight of the game. It's in the 6th minute. It is SV Ried playing out from the back. They've switched the ball out to the right hand side with a nice pass. He's surrounded by two players though. Jurado does get back to him, but the attacker there manages to come back with the ball. Again, apologies for the names, guys. They're a little bit quick on the screen for my aging eyes. It's Martins. I can read that one. Martins finds Brunker. The ball's back out here on the right-hand side for SV Ried. They're passing the ball around really nicely with a lot of confidence here. But Rallo does step in and finds Lou with the ball. Now it's Yavari bringing the ball out of defence into Hurtado to Rios. Good ball forward towards Farim. Farim chips it over the goalkeeper. It's landed just on the roof of the net. It was a great ball forward by Rios, though, and you can see why he's got 25 assists this season. That's a poor pass from Gerardo, though, and we give the ball away. It's cut out by Lou, and we tidy that one up quite nicely. Yavari finding Costa into Rios. Back to Costa. Needs some support. He goes long himself this time for Farim, who's in the area again, and Hermes Farim gets his 6th goal for the club, fires the ball past the goalkeeper to give RB Salzburg the lead in the 10th minute. Again, Salzburg with the ball. It's Abubakar in the middle of the park. Finds Seedle to Abubakar. Switches the ball to the left and Rallo back to Lou. You can see the ball's not moving very quick on the surface in the snow. Across to Yavari. Now Costa into Abubakar. Hurtado. Good ball forward to Rios. Can Rios find the finish? He's missed it somehow. Not quite sure how we missed that. Looking to make it 2 though. That's a good tackle by the defender and the goalkeeper goes long. This should be easy for the defenders and it is. Yavari finds Rallo with a header into Hurtado. Now Abubakar to Cedar. Ball cut out. Gets the second chance. Farim in for his 2nd of the game. It's hit the post. Comes straight back to Farim and he manages to put the ball in the back of the net for his 7th of the season. I think the ball hit the post. I can't see that ball very well in the snow. I can now. It's slowed down. Did it hit the post? I'm pretty sure it hit the post. It did hit the post. It clattered the post. It came back to him on the volley with his left foot to make it 2-0 just before the half-hour mark. But SV Ried looking to get back into the game. Of course, they are in 3rd place in the table themselves. It's Martins with the ball. It's wasted, though, and it's easy for Rallo into Seedle. Now Gerardo bringing the ball forward. Feeds Farim. Looks to find Hurtado. Of course, Farim on a hat-trick now in this game. Yavari finds Rallo. Seedle into Gerardo. Farim again. And Hurtado forward towards Rios. Rios round the goalkeeper. Good defending to block the shot on the line there. But we're coming forward. Abubakar with the effort. It's deflected up into the hands of Dietz there in goal for SV Ried. But again, we're coming forward. We're piling the pressure onto SV Ried, like we do with all the teams here in this division. Gerardo feeds Farim for his hat-trick, hits the post again, and the ball's deflected up into Dietz's hands from the clearance. And thankfully, that's all the highlights we had for the first half. We're in danger of this episode being quite long with the attacking prowess that Salzburg have in this division. And we get our first highlight 5 minutes into the second half. It is the central defender, Lou, with the ball. Finds his partner in Yavari, who brings the ball forward into Hurtado. Needs somebody ahead of him to make some movement. He does well himself. Finds Rios. Pulls it across for Farim, who does get his hat-trick. Hermes Farim with his 8th goal of the season and his 3rd goal of the game. Makes it 3-0 to Salzburg just after half-time. Another, like I say, fantastic performance. I'm probably going to get some criticism just with how easy it is. But, you know, I'm here to win the division, guys, and move on to the next one. I don't care how easy it is. I really don't care. I just want to win the division. I've still got another 7 nations to do after this one. Believe it or not, guys, I want to play something else. All my time's taken up by Football Manager at the minute. Seedle feeds that forward where Farim's missed the target with this one. I want to get this challenge done. Let's put it that way. SV Reed trying to apply some pressure. It's cut out by Jorge Costa, though, who finds Farim. Ball ends up at the feet of Rios after the good tackle by the Reed defender. Rios looking to feed the ball forward towards Farim again, but it's cut out and cleared as far as Yavari. In to Costa. Now Seedle. Abubakar. Ball over the top, looking for Hermes Farim inside the area. Goes for the effort. Probably could have squared it here to Gerardo there. A little bit selfish from Farim. Dietz goes long with the goal kick. He does manage to pick out a teammate, but it's a poor header forward, and Yavari cuts it out. Now Costa into Abubakar. Seedle over the top, looking for Gerardo, who does get there. Pulls it across for a teammate this time, and Farim gets his 4th of the game and his 9th of the season. Just as I'm about to bring him off and bring Paulo Sarr on, I think Farim's a great signing for this club, though. And we have made that change. I think we've got a kick-off highlight here, though, again, guys. I don't think Sarr's actually come on yet, but I have implemented the change. It is Vidavato for Reed into Collar. Collar's tackled by Seedle. We come forward again, looking to make it 5-0. It's a good recovering tackle by Brunker, though, but the ball still comes forward for us. Farim inside the area. I think he tried to square it to a teammate this time, but it is cut out. But still, the highlight continues. Lou wins that header. Seedle to Rallo, forward towards Gerardo. No, he's been given offside, I think. Gerardo coming back from an offside position there. And now we get that change on Paulo Sarr onto the pitch. Can he make it 50 goals for the season? I think he probably can. Into the final 5 minutes, guys. Martins with the free kick for Reed. Finds Zimmer. Back to Collar. Into Brunker. Ball forward to Vidavato on the right-hand side. It's forced back to Brunker again, though. Brunker finds Collar. Squares it for Martins. Inside to Zimmer. We're applying the pressure here. We're chasing the ball. And we've managed to get a foot on it with Rios. But Vargic does well to get away from him. Travelling down the line. Comes back. The ball forward is easy for Yavari. Nods it down comfortably to Costa, who brings it forward towards Hurtado. Rios. Now Paulo Sarr. Rios again. Being allowed to travel the ball. The defender's standing off him. Gets the ball into the box towards Gerardo at that far post. He's being pushed as well. We're going to get a penalty here. I wonder who's going to take it. I think it's either going to be Gerardo or Sarr. We have missed quite a few penalties this season. Unfortunately, we could be much, much further ahead in terms of goal difference. It's going to be Gerardo to take it. Can he find the back of the net? He deserves a goal in this game. He's played really, really well. Has Gerardo. And he does. He sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Rolls it into the bottom corner to make it 5-0 to Salzburg. Gets his 16th of the season in the process. And at the end of the game, a nice, comfortable 5-0 win. Farim picking up 4 goals and the man of the match performance there. So just confirmation after that game, guys, that we extend our lead to the top to 14 points. Sturm Graz, who were in second place, did lose to Austria Vienna, who jump ahead of them into second place. But yeah, 34 points clear. We've got a positive goal difference of 72, which we've conceded 5 in the regular season, scored 72, and in the championship group, of course, we've scored 5 and conceded none. So we've positive goal difference of 72. That is going to wrap up today's episode, though, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, we'll be back to watch us lift the title. There's no doubt about it that we are going to be the champions of Austria. It's just a case of when. We're currently 14 points clear, so I don't think it's going to be very long until I see you guys again. But we'll do that in the next episode. We'll wrap up the title here, and then we'll have a look at the Netherlands, which is the next episode. So cheers, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.